Hadirin sekalian, perkenalkan saya Intan as your Master of Ceremony for today's session. Dan mungkin untuk membangkitkan semangat pada hari ini, boleh nggak saya pantun? Boleh ya hadirin sekalian, minta cakepnya ya. Karena kita di Indonesia itu ada yang namanya budaya melempar pantun ya untuk saling bersosialisasi dan juga bersilaturahmi antara rekan-rekan sejawat kita. Oke, saya minta cakepnya ya. Oke, pergi ke sawah untuk bertani. Bertaninya bersama Pak Tua. Selamat datang di hari ini. Di Eco Tourism Week hari kedua. Terima kasih. Baik, karena sudah bersemangat hari ini dan tema pada kegiatan kali ini yakni Tourism as a Force for Good, Regenerating Bali Together. So ladies and gentlemen, through this event, we are reminded that tourism is not only about destination growth or economic development, but also about environmental restoration, community empowerment, sustainability implementation, and also collective responsibility for the future. Hari kedua ini akan menjadi ruang bertemunya para innovators, sustainability practitioners, dan juga tentunya tourism stakeholder yang akan bersama berdiskusi pada ruangan ini. Baiklah hadirin sekalian, kita akan memulai rangkaian kedua dengan Eco Business Page. Presenter sudah ready ya, di sebelah sana sepertinya udah dak-dikduk. Oke, sesi kali ini akan menjadi platform bagi para sustainability innovators dan solution providers untuk memperkenalkan berbagai inovasi, produk, serta solusi praktis yang relevan dengan sektor pariwisata dan hospitality berkelanjutan. The Eco Business Page serves as a collaborative space where innovation meets implementation. Dan hadirin sekalian, untuk membuka sesi Eco Business Page, mari kita sambut Assistant Deputy for Sustainable Tourism Business Management, Ministry of Tourism of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Amdu Fuadi. To Mr. Amdu, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu. Selamat pagi, salam sehat untuk kita semuanya. Yang kami hormati Ibu Rahmi Fajar hari ini, co-founder Eco Tourism Bali, Ibu Sisi Hutomo, co-founder Eco Tourism Bali, Mr. Ed Brea, the Meru Sanur, Profesor Anthony Wong, UNDP Consultant, Profesor Inyoman Sunarta dari Universitas Udayana, Kumpul ID, Mbak Mega dari tim kurasi Eco Business Pitch, para narasumber diskusi panel yang mohon maaf tidak kami sebutkan persatu dan seluruh peserta The Meru Eco Tourism Week 4th Edition yang berbahagia. Pertama-tama kami dari Kementerian Pariwisata menyampaikan apresiasi kepada Eco Tourism Bali dan seluruh mitra strategis atas terselenggaranya The Meru Eco Tourism Week 2026 yang telah memasuki tahun keempat ini. Kami juga mengapresiasi atas kolaborasi melalui WATERHUB Indonesia Sustainable Tourism Industry Forum sebagai upaya memperkuat sinergi multi pihak dalam membangun ekosistem pariwisata yang berkelanjutan di Indonesia. Sejalan dengan arah pembangunan pariwisata nasional, transformasi sektor pariwisata saat ini diarahkan pada penguatan 4 pilar, yaitu optimalisasi, resiliensi, inovasi, dan keberlanjutan. Upaya ini dalam rangka mendukung target RPJMN, ini sangat pemerintah, mohon maaf, tahun 2025 sampai dengan tahun 2029 melalui pengembangan Blue Green circular economy sebagai sumber pertumbuhan ekonomi di masa yang akan datang. Salah satu tantangan yang masih dihadapi oleh industri ini adalah terbatasnya akses terhadap supplier, teknologi, solusi berkelanjutan. Oleh karena itu, kami mengapresiasi inisiatif Eco Tourism Bali melalui Greenpal, yaitu Direktori Pemasok Berkelanjutan, yang membantu pelaku usaha menemukan mitra dan solusi yang mendukung rantai pasok ekosistem pariwisata yang berkelanjutan. Bapak Ibu sekalian, hari ini kita juga akan mengikuti diskusi mengenai pengelolaan sampah, penguatan rantai pasok, dan ESG pada industri hospitality, serta Eco Climate Pledge Award sebagai rekognisi. Bapak Ibu sekalian, sejalan dengan itu, Kementerian Pariwisata telah menghadirkan kategori hotel berkelanjutan dan restoran berkelanjutan pada Wonderful Indonesia Award tahun 2020 dan tahun 2026 ini. Sebagai bentuk apresiasi kami terhadap pelaku usaha dalam transformasi pariwisata berkelanjutan. Kami berharap seluruh rangkaian kegiatan pada hari kedua ini menghasilkan kolaborasi, kemitraan, dan implementasi solusi yang semakin memperkuat ekosistem usaha pariwisata berkelanjutan di Indonesia. Dengan harapan acara ini berjalan dengan lancar, maka rangkaian kegiatan pada hari kedua The Meru Eco Tourism Week 2026 sekaligus Eco Business Pitch secara resmi saya nyatakan dibuka. Demikian, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Santi Santi Om.
Baik, terima kasih Bapak Amdu atas penyampaian opening remarks pada hari ini. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, next we're going to proceed to the business eco pitch. Today we will hear from Bring Back the Light and SHIVA Industries. We also have ECOWAY, PRISTINZ, NOOVOLEUM, SOLPOINT, VESTU, EcoMantra, Finalists, and WATERHUB. So berikan tepuk tangan yang meriah hadirin sekalian untuk para partisipan hari ini dalam Eco Business Pitch. Dan kami juga menyambut panelis dalam Eco Business Pitch kali ini. Selamat datang kepada Ibu Mega selaku Managing Director of Kumpul ID, Ibu. Dan sebelum dimulai, kami informasikan bahwa setiap finalis nanti memiliki 5 menit untuk presentasi dan 2 menit untuk sesi tanya jawab. Dan akan diikuti oleh voting session yang akan disediakan barcode di belakang layar. So a timer will be on screen and we also invite you all to live vote your favorite innovation via your device during its session. Dan karena nanti akan ada penghargaan atau award untuk most impactful dan the most innovative team. So ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start? Ready? Alright, let's begin with the first presenter. Please welcome, Bring Back the Light.
Om Swastiastu. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wayan Wardika. I'm from Taru Village, 20 minutes north of Ubud. We are from Bring Back the Light. We are currently working on fireflies conservation. We try to breed and rear the fireflies and then release them into the nature. And then we aim to create quality tourism in Bali. So Bring Back the Light is inspired from the real fact that the fireflies populations are decreasing globally. I thought it was only happening in Bali, but it's around the world. Many findings suggest that we might be the last generation to see the fireflies. As a young boy who lived with fireflies and now as a grandparent, so it makes me sad just to imagine that my children growing up and not seeing the fireflies. Because fireflies serve as a bioindicator of a healthy environment, clean air, non-contaminated water, and healthy soil. So if we don't see fireflies, it means we have a problem with our environment. So if we do see them, it means we have a good quality of the environment. As a grandparent, that's a type of environment I want my children to grow up with. And as we know, Bali are in the junctions of a future development, so we hope the understanding about the fireflies can bring us together to the awareness. So what we do is we try to create a space where we build one and only fireflies lab in Southeast Asia as a community-based lab, sort of speaking. You can always check it on Google. So what we do, we actually hire full-time biologists to help us breed and rear the fireflies to release them into the nature. So our goal is to achieve a critical mass of a fireflies population so that they can continue to thrive. At the same time, we also work with the local farmers to create a natural habitat that is supporting the fireflies, which is free from any contamination of chemical, pesticide, and all of this. And then to achieve our sustainable goals for a long term, then we design an ecotourism model. Okay, we create a tours called a Fireflies Journey, where we focus on the impact of the not just for the fireflies, but basically for the environment, for the livelihood of the community in our area, especially the farmers, and then creating a sustainable, quality, community-based tourism. So that's our goal. So hopefully this could become one of a model. So as a Balinese, we are working very hard to achieve this goal together. So if you would like to be part of Bring Back the Light, so we would like to invite you to be part of Fireflies Guardians, the saving force for the fireflies, and creating a meaningful, not just to show our guests about the fireflies, but connect them with a much meaningful experience, deepening connections to our local community, roots of culture and traditions. So we are looking for hospitality partners, if you like to share to your guests about not just the life of the fireflies, but very much the root of the fireflies and connection with nature, traditions. We're also looking for global collaborators because the study about the fireflies is still least to know, so that we can bring the knowledge about fireflies to the next level globally. And then, of course, we can achieve community collaboration in order to creating quality tourism, just like our theme today, creating tourism for force of good, so that we can regenerate Bali for giving the impact not just economically but environmentally. So what we do, we are creating the journey. If you are more curious, you can always scan and then look into our website, social media. It's Bring Back the Light, and that's my number there directly. At Bring Back the Lights, we don't only create a journey about seeing the fireflies, but we take our visitors into the lab. The setting is our family farm, our local farmers, which is the natural habitat of the fireflies. We offer local culinary, fresh from our garden. We do a little foraging, culinary experience, cooking our traditional food. And then that's how we bridge with our international guests to the local visitors so that they connect not just through the fireflies, but also through the culture, tradition, and the livelihood of the local community. And then, of course, when it's dark, we're all amazed to see the fireflies. And once again, it's a great honor to be here. The light of a firefly showed me the way to get here, and I'm looking forward to share more knowledge about the fireflies in the very near future. Thank you so much. Om Santi, Santi, Santi.
Thank you very much. Bring Back the Light. So we're gonna hand over the Q&A session to Ibu Mega. Time is yours, Ibu.
Hi, Pak Wayan. Nice to meet you, Pak. Thank you for the presentation. I'm so proud because I'm also Balinese here. to know that we are aware about the sustainability in the country, in the island, right? So your main product is Eco Tourism Journey, but you also focusing on the biodiversity and biotechnology. So you create is there any product that you create on your lab, and how's the business model? So the ecotourism journey is like the one model, like your main product. So is there any other product that make your business more sustained? And you also mentioned about the global collaboration. You want to connect with the global entity, right? So what kind of organization that you're looking for? Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Mega. So our business model is basically we are integrating a field of research in biology, in this specifically about the fireflies, with regenerative farming to support the local community so that we continue grow our food, but more regeneratively for the long term. At the same time, we also design a tours that is supporting one to another. So it is totally an integrated, locally based, but scientific based. So we try to connect our visitors with the local community, the deep roots of the Balinese philosophy that is related to fireflies. I can speak for another 3 days about the connection of fireflies to spirituality. But that is how we engage to the audience, to the visitors. So that is why we look for the continuations of our project where we can develop our research. So we have the lab, we have 6 years of knowledge, a baseline knowledge, how we can scale up. So the idea of Bring Back the Light is that we are looking into area where the residual fireflies is still there. We have the knowledge how to conserve there before they are totally gone. So right now we are working in our neighboring village, partners with the local community there to go organic so that we preserve the fireflies. But we also work with the local hotels to support our conservation project and then facilitating with the local farmers so that the farmers can sell their products to the hotels get the recognition for what they do, and then at the same time they can also show their guests about the fireflies.
All right,
so this
Q&A
model we try to achieve.
session, time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you very much from Bring Back the Light. So we're gonna inform.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much Bapak. Oke, baik hadirin, disilahkan juga untuk melakukan voting ya untuk most impactful dan most innovative awards. Ya, jadi selama Q&A session itu akan dibarengi oleh sesi voting dari innovation ataupun bisnis yang ingin Anda pilih. Baik, terima kasih hadirin sekalian. Kita akan langsung menuju ke presenter berikutnya. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next presenter from SHIVA Industries.
Swastiastu. That's a good start. I'm going to start with a video, so I'll let you all just sit back and relax for a minute.
We have to do something new. We have to rethink. Okay? We need contemporary solutions for contemporary problems.
Potensi Bali untuk mengelola sampah organik menjadi bahan pembaharu tanah itu sangat luar biasa.
Aspek biologis ini sama pentingnya dengan aspek engineering.
Our microbes are from Bali. We grabbed different cultures from different parts of Bali, mainly volcanic areas, Kintamani, etc. They're asleep below 40 degrees Celsius. They're dormant. But as soon as you click over that 40-degree mark, they fire up.
Pada prinsipnya kita harus meniru sistem pencernaan dari makhluk hidup. Mesin yang kita hasilkan itu tidak membunuh mikroba itu sendiri.
Mesin digester ini kan dia memiliki suhu yang terkontrol, jauh lebih terkontrol daripada di lingkungan luar. Bakteri ini akan beradaptasi, berkembang dan kemudian akan mendegradasi sampah kompos menjadi senyawa-senyawa yang jauh lebih sederhana sehingga proses pembuatan kompos jauh lebih cepat.
The reason it doesn't take 3 or 6 months is because there's no fluctuations in heat. They are the perfect microbes at the perfect temperature with the perfect amount of oxygen. This machine processes 100 kilos of organic waste per day and will produce 10 to 20 kilos of digestate out the other end. Our machines start at 100 kilos per load per day and go up to 2,000 kilos per day. 3 to 6 months worth of composting in 24 hours.
Hari ini kita mengirim mesin SI500 ke salah satu hotel di daerah Legian Kuta, yang mana mesin ini mempunyai bobot 1,2 ton.
When we drop it off, all the operators need to do is plug it in, load it with waste, wait a day, unload the compost.
Di SHIVA saya ternyata bisa mewujudkan cita-cita saya sejak lama. SHIVA ini luar biasa, mewujudkan ide yang sederhana, mengolah limbah dapur menjadi pupuk yang tidak banyak orang mau berpikir ke arah itu. Orang Bali itu percaya kepada alam. Tentu saja harapan saya, ini SHIVA adalah salah satu cara saya untuk menghormati alam. Mengembalikan segala sesuatu yang kita ambil kembali kepada tanah Bali. Bahan sisa makanan adalah hasil panen yang kita manfaatkan menjadi makanan, kita kembalikan sisanya menjadi nutrisi lagi ke tanah. Itulah perputaran yang di Bali disebut dengan jantra.
So a 3-minute video on a 5-minute presentation is risky, but I get so emotional watching that video every time because it sort of talks about how far we've come over the last few years. And you'll notice I'm wearing capasulas. Don't worry, it's been approved by the generals. My good friend Santiago Uno made sure that happened. I'm not that silly, but what it does point to is that we are at war. Okay, the president has said it himself, the governor talks about it, the Desa Adats are talking about it, we are feeling it. We are at war with Sampah. And we needed something more than just composting or black soldier fly. We needed a mechanized solution. And so instead of importing that solution, which we've done historically, we invented it right here, which is something that I'm incredibly proud of. Also, I talk about organics, and whilst it is the majority of our waste flow, the big unlock is the inorganics. Our recycling rate is so low. 96% of the plastic we consume goes back into the environment. The number one reason is organics. So we cannot recycle our way out of a contamination problem. We can only work on technology to help us process. This is our technology. The most important part is it was invented right here. They are Balinese microbes, Balinese engineering, Balinese lab work, Balinese scientists. I know my skin color is the wrong color, but my heart is truly Balinese, and it's something I'm super proud of that we have developed here. This is patent pending now as well. So it's a truly novel version of aerobic digestion on a global scale that's come right here from Bali, from Indonesia. The key bits here is obviously the 24-hour cycle. It's IoT connected, so all of our customers get reports. We can maintain the machines remotely. And when I talk about remotely, this list needs to be updated. But we have now 14 machines taking 2 million kilos out of the ecosystem every single year. They're very strict on time, and I just got told I had 5 minutes, not 7 minutes, so I apologize for rushing.
Okay, thank you very much from SHIVA Industries for your presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, let's vote SHIVA Industries if you love their innovation and solution. Alright, for the score, ya untuk nilainya itu 1 sampai 5, jadi 1 paling kecil, itu 5 tertinggi. Oke, hadirin sekalian disilahkan melakukan voting, so please vote your favorite eco business pitch here, the presenter. Alright, so for the Q&A session, we're gonna hand over to Ibu Mega.
Hi. Thank you for presentation. Very amazing idea to support our problems here in Bali, built from Bali, supporting waste problem. I saw a lot of companies that use support is a big enterprise, like the big scale, right? But we aware that medium scale is also a lot. I heard from it's only 10% from company, big a hotel in Indonesia, in Bali is in a big enterprise, but it's still 90% for a small to medium scale. How you can bring your solution to them? How to make a bigger impact for the hospitality industry in Bali, especially?
If we were to make a machine for every kilo of waste in Indonesia, it would mean 114,000 machines, which would take us thousands of years to build. We don't need technology for all of the waste flow. In fact, that's the wrong solution. We need to go with no-tech solutions, composting, things that we've done for thousands of years, composting, black soldier fly, etc. So our technology is focused on the 52% of the waste flow that is non-municipal. We have a 100-kilo machine now. We're working on a 10-kilo prototype. But we don't want to handle all of the waste. That's the worst thing for Indonesia. That's the worst thing for the environment. And that's the worst thing that we can train our people to do is rely on technology. We need to rely on ancestry and what we've done for thousands of years if we want to protect the beauty of Indonesia.
From SHIVA Industries, please return to your seat. Thank you, SHIVA Industries. Oke, baik hadirin sekalian, kita akan beranjak ke presenter berikutnya. Our next presenter, please welcome ECOWAY. Time is yours.
Oke, selamat pagi semuanya. Perkenalkan dulu, aku Gaga Gumblar Wicaksono, bisa dipanggil Gaga, seorang marine microbiology dari lulusan Udayana, dan saat ini saya merupakan founder dari ECOWAY. Oke, pertama-tama aku ingin menjelaskan atau memberikan informasi bahwa lautan itu sudah mulai menghilang. Tercatat bahwa 70 tahun terakhir ini sekitar 50% tutupan karang yang ada di Indonesia itu mulai menurun. Dan hal ini disebabkan oleh climate change, aktivitas masyarakat yang mungkin tidak ramah lingkungan, baik itu untuk underwater activity ataupun mungkin produksi sampah-sampah yang akhirnya sampai ke lautan. Gitu. Tapi masalahnya adalah bukan hanya soal dari alam ataupun dari aktivitas, tapi ini lebih fundamental menurut kami, yaitu ketidakterhubungan antara manusia dengan lautan. Di mana bagaimana kita bisa menjaga lautan kalau kita sendiri tidak mengenal itu laut? Bagaimana kita bisa peduli atau menjaganya kalau kita sendiri aja nggak tahu kalau lautan itu ada makhluk hidup seperti terumbu karang. Dan temuan kita di desa binaan kita di Candi Dasa, mereka hidup dengan laut tapi mereka sendiri tidak tahu laut itu ada terumbu karang. Terumbu karang itu hewan. Di sana ada ekosistem dan ada rantai makanan. Mereka tidak paham hal itu, terutama di anak-anak di sekolah dasar. Sehingga di sini ECOWAY ingin menjadi jembatan sustainable hub, di mana kita ingin membawa masyarakat agar lebih mudah, aman, nyaman, dan bertanggung jawab untuk menikmati keindahan alam. Ketika itu semua terjadi, kita akan memiliki harapan untuk menjaga lautan itu sendiri. Dengan cara apa? Yang pertama, kita melakukan snorkeling, scuba diving, ataupun free diving, dan beberapa kegiatan coral restoration dan education. Tentu kita memiliki beberapa poin untuk menunjang ekoturisme itu sendiri atau berbasis ekologi. Yang pertama, kontrol dari kapasitas. Terkadang di mass tourism kita tidak mengontrol kapasitasnya, sehingga itu memberi beban yang terlalu tinggi untuk alam itu sendiri. Di ECOWAY kita memberikan kontrol di mana setiap trip kita di bawah 10, dan di bawah 10 ini kita memiliki 2 guide lokal untuk menjaganya dan bisa split group. Harapannya untuk meringankan beban dari ekologi itu sendiri. Yang kedua adalah kolaborasi dari lokal. Meskipun kita membuat ataupun membawa guide-guide kita sendiri, tapi kita selalu memberikan opportunity untuk guide lokal agar bisa berkontribusi. Dan ini komitmen dari kita untuk melibatkan masyarakat lokal agar mereka ada rasa kepemilikan untuk menjaga lautan itu juga. Dan kita berbasis konservasi, di mana kita juga melakukan riset dengan melakukan restorasi pertumbuhan karang dan juga melakukan edukasi ke sekolah-sekolah dasar. Oke, kita tidak hanya membuat trip, tapi kita melakukan suatu ekosistem di mana harapannya adalah ketika kita berhasil membawa mereka kembali ke laut, akhirnya akan tumbuh rasa koneksi ataupun rasa keterhubungan dan menjadikan peduli. Sehingga menjadi peduli akan menjadi menjaga, akhirnya laut ini menjadi sustain, bisa dimanfaatkan dan bisa dikembalikan lagi. Dengan beberapa poin-poin yang ada untuk menjaga ekologi ini. Dan kita membuat suatu ekosistem ini menjadi sistem yang bisa bersinergi tidak hanya di Bali, tapi di seluruh Indonesia. Dan di mana trip-trip kita ini yang berbasis ekologi, kita sudah melakukan di Jakarta, di Pulau Seribu, di Karimun Jawa, di Bali, di Sumbawa, di Lombok, dan di Makassar. Dan ini semua kita berbasis lokal, di mana kita ingin menjadi suatu sistem yang masyarakat lokal, masyarakat pesisir dapat akses untuk promosi atau mempromosikan wisatanya mereka berbasis ekologi. Dan kita semua masyarakat mendapatkan informasi secara mudah, aman, nyaman untuk ke pesisir, untuk menikmati keindahan-keindahan laut yang ada di pesisir. Sehingga ini kontribusi kita, di mana kita sudah menanam 900 terumbu karang, sudah mengeducate atau transfer knowledge sekitar 1.000 orang, dan memiliki struktur restorasi di Padang Bay sekitar 20, dan kita melakukan 70 trip setiap tahunnya. Sehingga sekian dari saya ucapkan terima kasih.
Terima kasih dari ECOWAY atas presentasinya. Dan hadirin sekalian disilahkan untuk scan barcode ya untuk memberikan penilaian kepada ECOWAY atas penyampaian presentasinya tadi. Dan kepada Ibu Mega juga kami silahkan memberikan pertanyaan.
Halo, selamat pagi. Senang sekali melihat ekosistem lainnya. Saya juga bekerja di ranah ekosistem, tapi ini buat support entrepreneur. Kalau ini buat koral ya. Dan punya banyak lokal community di beberapa titik gitu. Nah ini kan akan terus diperluas ya Mas, 93 ya tadi, 930 tadi ya. Targetnya pasti bukan akan menjadi puluhan ribu atau ratusan ribu gitu. Nah gimana planning Mas untuk meng-unlock another local community lainnya di titik-titik lain? Kita tahu Indonesia itu kan punya pantai, sisir pantai terluas ya sedunia gitu. Nah itu pasti punya potensinya besar sekali. Seperti apa plannya? Baik, terima kasih Ibu Mega atas pertanyaannya. Jadi kita memastikan untuk ekotourism yang ada di beberapa titik ini, di bawah suatu sistem eco ini dengan tim-tim kita yang ada di lapangan. Sejauh ini kita memiliki tim yang ada di Jakarta, ada tim yang di Karimun Jawa, dan Bali, dan di Lombok, dan di Makassar. Sehingga satu tim ini bisa mobile untuk menjaga setiap trip-trip ini berjalan secara ekotourism ataupun berbasis ekologi, di mana tim ini juga yang bakalan mengeducate dan memberikan transfer knowledge ke masyarakat pesisirnya untuk mendampingi. Nah, sehingga ketika masyarakat ini sudah didampingin, harapannya trip-trip yang ada di Indonesia ini bisa berjalan sesuai dengan nilai-nilai dari kami, seperti itu. Satu lagi, apakah ada data yang di-gather dari semua itu? Misalkan nanti dari sistem tersebut bisa punya data untuk di-share ke berbagai entity yang fokusnya juga ke conservation di coral. Oke. Sejauh ini datanya kita baru ada di Indonesia aja, di Bali aja, dan di beberapa titik di Indonesia ini sistemnya kita baru special trip untuk melakukan itu semua. Nah, kalau data di Indonesia sendiri kita sudah punya dan bisa kita share. Sebenarnya itu kita udah publikasi, di mana kita punya data tahunan untuk segala aktiviti kita di website kita. Seperti itu.
Baik, waktu habis untuk Q&A session. Terima kasih dari ECOWAY, luar biasa sekali. Baik, selanjutnya mari kita sambut bersama hadirin sekalian. Please welcome PRISTINZ. Disilahkan.
Hi everyone, my name is Tania, Managing Director of PRISTINZ Indonesia. So the story starts when I was a kid. I love nature, but as I grew up, nature is gone and replaced by buildings. So then I became an architect because I want to design buildings that protect nature. And not just involving vegetation or trees in the design, but also in how a building operates. That led me to PRISTINZ. We turn glass in buildings into energy efficiency solutions. Why buildings? Because now as we feel that the heat issue is there and the global temperature is rising, 56% of a hotel's energy consumption is for air conditioning. And why, the question is why our aircon is doing hard job in the first place. It is used to cool the heat that comes into the building. And look closely in any buildings, the heat will come through the glass, through the windows, through the beautiful sunset views of the hotel rooms. And 80% of heat comes through glass. And usually building owners will upgrade their aircon, but it's also make the electricity bill higher. Others will also try rooftop solar panel, but it is not enough to offset the energy that is leaked through the glass. So we realize in PRISTINZ that glass is the untapped surface for a sustainable hospitality. We have two solutions. First one is film. So it's something that is very easy to install without closing the buildings, without disturbing the guests. And then we also have a glass for new buildings. It looks something like this. So it's a laminated glass, and the technology is in the interlayer. Imagine a beef burger. Our technology is in the beef patty in the middle, and it's sandwiched between two glasses. This can also reduce costs by not using double glass, which is very thick, and also saving the window frame cost. This is some example of the effect. In Sofitel Saigon, we reduce 4 degrees Celsius of temperature. Of course, like every building will have different data, depending on the climate, and this is one of the third party is up to 4 until 9 degrees Celsius of temperature reduction. In Bali itself, we have a case study of Sofitel Nusa Dua. Can you please play the sound?
A few guests start to say it was very hot, blah 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 blah.
Kehilangan bisnis beberapa kali juga. Saya dapat info dari bisnis dari sales karena ada kendala masalah ini. Itu.
So this is what we install in Sofitel, in Bali as an example, and also it protects the furniture from discolorization. Other than that, what makes us different is we block the heat and keep the light. This is something that other film installer install. The bottom one is the black one, and ours is a transparent one, and it results with the same heat reduction. Another case study is in a villa in Pecatu. We are doing for any kind of buildings, not only hotels, but also like villas, homes, residential, without any minimum purchase. This is our clients that already trust us. We have installed in the Ministry of Energy in Jakarta, Sofitel, Art Hotel, Pullman, Movenpick, and also working with developers and happy to partner with consultants and also building property owners here. Our team consists of science, business, and also architecture. The innovation is coming from backed by NUS Singapore, and I'm handling the commercialization part. When I started, I was always the only woman in the room, of course in the energy sector and building sector, but happy to share now that we are empowering more women engineers in the renewable energy transition. One of the newest innovation that we are piloting is called solar window. It's a transparent solar panel that can be used vertically on your windows. So now it's not on the rooftop, and on a 50-story building, it can generate 13 times more energy compared to a rooftop solar panel. So for this, we are happy to work with partners, consultants, property owners that wants to pilot this to be the first in Asia to have a transparent solar window. Because we believe that we have to reduce the heat first, and then we generate or offset the remaining energy towards a net zero building, towards a net zero hospitality industry. So happy to talk if you are looking for a sustainability partner in buildings, and find me on that or our booth outside. I'm Tania from PRISTINZ. Thank you very much.
All right, please applause for PRISTINZ, Mrs. Tania. Thank you very much for your presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's vote for PRISTINZ. Give them score from 1 until 5. Thank you. And now for the Q&A session by Ibu Mega.
Hi, Tania. Hi. So I think I always seen solar panel is like a game changer for the industry, for the energy industry, and like increasing the sustainability and also supporting the climate issue, right? So your business focusing in Bali right now, like mostly on the hospitality industry, like hotel. How you make sure the hotel or the building in Bali deploy the technology or the building for this technology at scale? And you also working with the supporting the hotel in other city, right? And wondering about your scalability plan for that. Is it only for hotel or any other buildings? Because you are also mentioned about the working with the developer. So is there any developer that you're working with right now? And how's the strategy?
Thank you for the question, Ibu. First, I will answer about the scalability. Yeah. So the way we work and how to scale is, it can be locally produced without us having our own factory. What that means, going back to my burger analogy, our technology is the beef patty, but the glass, the buns of the burger can be produced by any kind of glass manufacturer or glass processor facility. That means, especially for a startup, we don't have to invest in our own facility, machines, production, or manpower to scale this. That's why we can reach anywhere in Indonesia, as long as locally there will be glass producer and in that city. For example, in Surabaya, Bali, Jakarta, Medan, they have like their own glass processor, and we can just collaborate and produce locally there. That's first. And then second, to your question about the target, yeah. The target is not only just hospitality, it can definitely be deployed in buildings that have any kind of glass, in office towers, in residentials, villas,
Okay,
homes.
thank you very much. Time is over. Thank you very much for your answer, Miss Tania. Please return to your seat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's from PRISTINZ. So we're gonna move to our next presenter. Please welcome NOOVOLEUM. Time is yours.
Okay, good morning everyone. Thanks for having me today. And I would like to talk about a very simple but have a big environmental impact, used cooking oil. Most of people see that used cooking oil as just a waste, but actually it can become a renewable energy resources if it's collected properly. So here is exactly what we are trying to solve. Okay, the demand of globally for biofuel production, it increased rapidly, but more than 10 million tons per annum of used cooking oil feedstock are required by global. But the problem is 80% actually is uncollected, and most of the market is household and communities. So we have to working together how we can collection the used cooking oil properly, and we can create the collecting system more scalable. In Bali alone, more than 160 million liters of UCO are produced every year, but less than 20% are successfully recycled. So where's the race? So if the used cooking oil improper disposal to the wrong disposal like the oil or maybe the water or maybe the drains, it will be a big issue in the next future. So if we can fully recycle, we can support the biofuel production and also can reduce carbon emission more higher. So the solutions, we deploy ECOWAY box, our first certified smart UCO collection point that powered by IoT and also machine learning and fully digital. The design is also easy to use. You just download the app on Play Store or App Store. You can find the nearest ECOWAY box from your home or your business. You can pick up or deposit your used cooking oil directly, and you will get the money instead of making up recycling complicated. You will get rewarding actually, and you will get the money, and yeah, you can buy to the another stock of new cooking oil. So our mission is clear. We want to make communities, household, and also business partners to support us. Our mission, making everybody a green energy champion, and we have starting on 2023, and we have deployed 22 boxes around Bali and 100 boxes in Jabodetabek area, Bali and Surabaya, and also we have expanded to Thailand. So for business partner and also ecotourism here, we just not a collection point of used cooking oil. We also support about the ESG compliance, supporting sustainability report, and also we can support collaboration about marketing, branding, support, and so on. And the impact that we have achieved on 2025, we have reduced 1,300 tons CO2 emission, and we success 1,100 tons of biofuel produced in last year. So it's not only environmental, we have inclusivity because more than 80% of users are women and from the underprivileged communities, and we have partnership with more than 14 schools in Indonesia. So it's not only about environmental, but also social impact as well. So this is what various we propose to you, that we can collaborate, that we have collaborate with Pertamina, our key account, and also the other hotels group such as Artotal, the H Bali, the Meru also have collaborated with us, and another hotel in Indonesia such as Marriott. For example, in retail, we also collaborate with Indomaret and also Alfamart, and we have integrated with Alpha Gift and My Pertamina. So I would like to thanks for you guys here. I'm so excited to working together here to collaborate to make Bali more greener and also more greening ecosystem in Bali. Then thank you for your time.
Please applause for NOOVOLEUM for the presentation. Baik, hadirin disilahkan untuk voting ya, berikan skor kepada NOOVOLEUM jika Anda tertarik ataupun memberikan apresiasi ya kepada ide bisnis mereka. Dan untuk itu kepada Ibu Mega disilahkan untuk Q&A session.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Thank you for the sharing, and I read that your innovation is IoT based,
Yes.
and is it use AI as well?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. So in Bali you have a couple of machine.
22.
22
boxes.
Bali, and Jabodetabek is 100, right?
Yes.
Working with the big enterprises. I'm wondering about your technology, like how you make sure the AI, it still can measure, they have the right measurement for that. And how also you mentioned about measure this ECO, it's how you process the procession of ECO still okay for the health after they use the ECO processing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, for verify the quality and also the quantity, we have a measurement inside the box. We have an AI to see the density level and also the visual level. So we can verify the quantity and the quality, it's transparent and traceability. So everything, it's on ECOWAY box, it's fully digital, and we have also the dashboard. We can see around boxes that have deployed about the V level and so on. So for now, after the used cooking oil collection, we will create like a lab test about the density and also about the how worth this cooking oil or used cooking oil level is to become a biofuel production. So we have a lot of like testing before the used cooking oil collected to biofuel productions.
So you have the several layer,
yes,
like the standardized.
Yes, of course, and we have also SNE certified. Then we have also measurement. We have like operation maintenance who always go to.
Okay, time is over.
To the box to,
Thank you very much for your presentation. Please applause for NOOVOLEUM. Thank you very much. Please return to your seat. Baik hadirin sekalian, kita akan beranjak ke presenter berikutnya. So please welcome to the stage from SOLPOINT. Time is yours.
Halo, selamat pagi. Saya Mark dari SOLPOINT. Kami dari sini untuk, sorry, I will speak in English. We are here to represent SOLPOINT. I'm the co-founder of SOLPOINT. Bali has a heavy dependence on fossil fuels, so as you might know, mostly all our electricity is coming from the power plants in Java or the gas-fired plants here in Sanur, in the south of Sanur. And yeah, we are helping basically businesses that are looking into reducing their CO2 emissions to go into solar systems. So basically we are offering zero upfront investments. We are investing our own money, helping businesses in Bali to go solar without the doubt of if the system is going to break, it's going to work. So we take all that responsibility under our own. We have already more than 13 years experience here in Bali doing solar. So we know our product very well. That's why we want to share it with the businesses that are still not capable or not brave enough to go solar. So we are here to help on reducing their CO2 emissions. Most of the energy, most of the CO2 emissions by the businesses are generated by their electricity consumption. And the easier way to cut the electricity consumption without any investment or any other activity that must be done in the hotel or office or a restaurant is just by using your roof. So usually roofs are being unused. They also giving you heat to your building. So we actually, for free, we install a solar system on your building, and we share all the CO2 reduction with you. In exchange, how we do it is we ask you for a payment on exchange on the kilowatt hour that you are buying from us. So we give you a discount on that rate. So you not only reduce your CO2 emissions, but you also reduce your PLN bill. Usually we give about 15 to 20 years contracts. So we are looking for established businesses that they have a good financial track record, because again, we are doing this with our own funds. And basically we are going to be on a long time relationship. So we want to work together with businesses that are with the same vision and they have the same credibility. Right now we already have a few projects implemented. We started last year with this model. We are in Bali and we are for Bali. All the businesses that are related to hotels, restaurants, offices, malls. Mostly we are looking for businesses. These are some of the examples of hotels that are already implemented, like in Munduk Modin Plantation in Bedugul. They have 118 kilowatt. In Hatten Wines in Sanur in the office, about 80 kilowatt, and in Menjangan Dynasty Resort just recently implemented. For example, in Hatten Wine's office, we almost saved them 40% of the CO2 emissions of the office itself with a zero investment. So we have the target of reaching about 1 megawatt by the end of this year, and that's our goal. We are small, we are going slowly, and we are just trying to grow as we can. So yeah, thank you very much. We are also here in our booth here, so anyone can reach to our team to discuss about how can you go solar. Thank you.
All right, please applause one more for SOLPOINT. Thank you very much for your presentation. Oke, untuk seluruh hadirin disilahkan untuk melakukan penilaian ya, bisa langsung di-scan vote-nya ya, barcode-nya di depan sudah terpampang nyata, terpampang jelas ya, disilahkan untuk melaksanakan voting. Dan untuk sesi tanya jawab saya silahkan kepada Ibu Mega.
Okay, so your zero cost upfront is very compelling, especially for larger prices. And working with PLN also very, like good step for the technology like this, like innovation like this. But just wondering about any projection about the financial risk for this, because you have the capital, very big capital upfront. You need the big capex, right, to create the solar panel. And how you identify the financial risk about for your capital and support more large enterprise, because you're doing the leasing for the solar panel.
Yeah, so in the technology side, we already know, so we've been in the industry for 20 years in total, so we know solar very well, so we're not worried about how the system will work or how it will perform or how it can pay us back that, because we know the system will work. About the customers, yeah, there's a bit of handpicking, because as we say, we have our own funds and we are not really backed up by any entity or, so it's mostly by trust, by seeing who you are, what have you done in Bali, and so it's mostly picking the customers that we want to work with, basically. We don't have any big fund behind, so it's just mostly growing by itself. We like to do things sustainable. All our businesses, we're doing it growing itself. We don't try to pump a lot of money inside and just grow very big. We just like to grow with the volume of the customers that we keep keeping going into our business. Yeah.
Okay, but right now the business is only in Bali or any?
Yeah. Basically, we make this for Bali businesses, the ones that they want to go solar or reduce your CO2 emissions without, investment. Yeah, basically, from Bali to Bali. Yeah, we are focused in Bali mostly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I just have one question. If I'm a hotel and I do this with you and I can save 10 to 20%, is that like the current baseline? Because the price is fixed, right? So as the price of electricity goes up, does your contract, how does that work?
Yeah, usually we start at the start point of the electricity it is now. So when we sign the contract, usually the shorter is 15 years. And yeah, we keep the price as it is now, the lowest. So if the PLN price goes up, we usually follow we give a discount usually on the PLN price, and then we escalate as PLN escalate. The only difference if, for example, if PLN increases...
All right, sorry, the time is over, and thank you very much for your presentation. Okay, so give a round of applause for SOLPOINT for the presentation. Thank you very much. All right, for our next presenter, hadirin sekalian, mari kita sambut presenter kita selanjutnya. Please welcome VESTU. So time is yours.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Finalists. I'm the founder and the principal designer of VESTU. So basically, we create interior accessories for ambience and well-being. So what we do is sustainable hospitality ambience solution. Okay. So because of the sustainability regulation, hospitality is very strict now. And also the travelers is more seek on authenticity, also wellness driven, and eco-consciousness experiences. And I see that the traditional of the products that we already exist from the before is not aligned anymore to the nowadays daily lifestyle, also not support the operational in use in the hospitality industry, also guest experiences. So how we can combine everything of the local craftsmanship and the sustainability material to solve the problem for the HoReCa and spa industry. Okay, so we doing emotional well-being and cultural connection. We also see that travelers want to have experience in product origin, artisan craftsmanship, and community impact. This is what we see and the opportunity, how to create the new hospitality products that we curated through the brand image that they have, and to create the certain atmosphere for their spirit and value, and also support the practical in use. We collaborate with the local artisan. We would like to perceive the traditional craftsmanship that we had before, and we combine with the contemporary design. And then we also using more than 10 kind of Indonesian natural material to create sensory ambience. We stimulating the 5 senses to light reflection, shapes, color, and texture, also sense. We create decorative lighting, bath and room amenities, and also vases and pots. The sustainable impact, we collaborate with the local artisan, and we also reduce the environmental footprints. So not only reduce the harm, we would like to empower the local craftsmen and also to perceive the culture. Okay. What we giving solution with the sustainable design, we blend Indonesia craftsmanship with the contemporary design. We create eco-conscious hospitality products such as bath and room amenities and lighting products. So we also have a so we inspired by Indonesian nature and culture to create our product. And we also see how our product able to support the operational on hospitality industry. What we sell, sustainable ambience, we create our product aligned with the brand spirit of every property. Contemporary craftsmanship, we updating the skill with the now situation, and we giving innovative material combination.
All right, thank you very much, Ibu. Time is over. Thank you very much for your presentation. Okay, so please wait on the stage because we're gonna continue for the Q&A session. Oke, hadirin sekalian disilakan untuk melakukan penilaian kepada VESTU ya, terkait bisnis innovation yang telah disampaikan. Untuk itu kepada Ibu Mega, kami silakan.
Hello. About this industry, a lot of competitor, right? For the conventional one, a lot of local craftsmanship in Bali, especially in a conventional one, is they don't have that sustainability narrative, but they know how to enter the market in Bali. So how you compete with them, and then also some players in the furniture that focusing on the sustainability. How you diversify your positioning, to compete with the sustainable furniture player in the national scale?
So I have a design product background. So normally we feel the brand image of every property that we help, and then we collect different kind of material, and to find the uniqueness, we create a certain composition that align with the spirit of the brand. So we very much have a lot of choices to giving different kind of ambience with different kind of property, because every property would like to have the different experience to that they give to the customer, their customer, yes. And we also helping for the lifestyle improvement, how to create better lifestyle using our product and more supportive to the operational in the hospitality industry. Yeah, thank you.
All the clients is only in Bali or any clients outside?
Our client is in Bali, so we have customer like Kempinski Nusa Dua, and then we also have Wakatopi in Sulawesi, Lembeh Resort, and we did before for Bulgari Hotel.
All right, Q&A session is over. Thank you very much from VESTU. Terima kasih banyak Ibu. Please return to your seat. Oke, baiklah hadirin sekalian, itu dia tadi dari VESTU. So, next presenter. Please welcome from Eco Mantra. Time is yours.
Halo. Om Swastiastu. Selamat pagi dan terima kasih atas kesempatan ini. My name is Maitri Fisher. I'm the co-founder of Eco Mantra. 52% of our waste ends up in the environment. Much less than half of it is recycled. Most of us can't say with certainty that we know where all of our waste is going. We have been sending our waste to Suwung landfill for decades, 30, 40 years. 5 years ago, the government started a program to try and close the landfill. Similarly, landfills in Gianyar and Tabanan are all full. We are now, after several delays, looking at August as the timeline to close Suwung. Restrictions are already in place, and organic waste can barely make it in, yet alone other recyclables. With no plan really on the horizon for waste management infrastructure to bridge the gap until 2028, we are definitely facing a waste crisis, and it's only going to get worse. So, we now have also a legal and reputational issue. The government is proposing and threatening criminal charges for those of us, business owners, who do not comply with waste management standards or who do not process our own waste on our own, as if it's our responsibility, but okay, we take the challenge. DLH, KLH are saying that they will administer sanctions to hotels and restaurants that don't manage their waste. And travelers and, what do we call them, Instagram influencers, social media influencers, domestic and international, are sharing the plight that we are all in together. And this creates an immense challenge for Bali's reputation, domestic and international. What support have we received from the government? What systems do we have? How can we do it? So, my company, we decided to jump into this as well and we have created a solution that we hope is much more accessible to the everyday and most types of businesses in Bali. The Waste Management Quick Start is what we call it. It's a one-day on-site audit to help properties find actionable solutions to manage their waste and come into compliance with our current landscape. We'll come on site, we'll map your waste streams. Where is it coming from? Is it being separated? Is it being separated well? How much? Where is it going? Who's taking it away from you? And do you know where it's going? We'll provide you a recommendation, a report with recommendations that'll explain to you exactly what to do to, one, be in compliance, and two, reduce your waste to landfill by what we think will be at least 80%. Why us, you might wonder? Well, if you don't know about us, we are very ambitious. We have helped two of the most ambitious organizations in Indonesia, perhaps the world, reduce their waste to landfill to less than 1%. Potato Head and Waterbaum are common names and great examples. Obviously, very ambitious clients, and not everyone shares the same ambition. So we hope we can help everyone with this current program. Whether you are just getting started, whether you already have a program, let us help you understand better where you can improve. We'll work wherever you are, and we are happy to work with hotels, restaurants, F&B, and we'll connect you with our vetted, truly tried and tested network of off-takers and recyclers to help you. So if this resonates with you, please scan the QR code, visit our Instagram, come say hi at booth 27. We'd be happy to get the conversation going. Know your waste, know what to do with it. Let us help you.
All right, please applause for Eco Mantra. Thank you very much for your presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give your score by scan the barcode on the screen for Eco Mantra. All right. Dan selanjutnya kita akan melanjutkan sesi tanya jawab oleh Ibu Mega. Untuk itu disilahkan.
Hello.
Hai, selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. So you have a one-day assessment service before.
Yes.
So why you need to do that, and then how you, is it like after you deal with the clients for supporting that service, and then also about the carbon reduction contribution is it only in Bali because you work with a lot of big enterprise, Potato and Waterbaum. So it's first is like how you plan the carbon contribution in the waste sector, and is it only in Bali right now? How, yeah, I always wondering about the scalability in the waste, because we have a couple waste startup in my ecosystem as well. Yeah. They always bring project, right? So yeah.
Most waste startups are trying to provide a solution, right? And most of the solutions for waste management in an organization needs to be an integrated solution, right? You need to know what waste can be recycled, what waste can go to a machine that SHIVA Industries is making and go into their digester, what off-takers to work with, but you can't do any of that until you actually separate at source and have a waste management system integrated into your organization. Whether that's a small organization, a restaurant with 20 seats, or a hotel with 200 rooms, you can't do anything effectively in reducing waste to landfill if you do not manage your waste on site. So this service is designed to help people get there quickly in the very beginning. Yes, please.
Hello. What's your solution for construction waste, battery, bulbs, aircon, compressors, aircon, metal fridge, freezer? How do you solve that?
We are looking at a solution here that is much more geared towards the day-to-day. Not that that's not important, but obviously you need much more specialized off-takers and recyclers. If you have such an issue, come talk to us. We're happy to connect you to our network.
All right, so the Q&A session is over. Thank you very much for your presentation from Eco Mantra. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move to the next presenter of Eco Business Speech for today's session. So please welcome 7 Clean Seas. Time is yours.
Selamat pagi semua. Perkenalkan, my name is Christine from 7 Clean Seas. 7 Clean Seas itself, we're an ocean impact organization based here in Bali. For now, we've been making impacts for 8 years. We've been working with so many organizations. It doesn't really have to be a company that produces plastic in that air product. We've been working with insurance company, so many hospitality industries to basically answer the problems of plastic pollution. Again, tourism, basically we depend on the nature. Bali is very beautiful, but the problems of tourism is actually rising. 300,000 of plastic waste are generated from all business activity, and we know that because of there's a tourism growth, also there's a plastic problem growth. And Bali's waste infrastructure, it cannot keep up. Coming from the sorting, the collections, there's still a gap in the funding for waste management sectors, lack of manpower, and then the education, which we need to close the gap. And sustainability is still something that's seen as something that's expensive for so many operators, while some of the operators, they don't even have maybe the knowledge about what kind of efficiency that they can get whenever that they integrate a sustainability within, let's say, that their supply chain or operational. And actually, this industry still lacks of unified accountability, which this is not a one-man problem, which it needs a whole operators and parties to be able to work on this together. So 7 Clean Seas, we are here to make a plastic recovery projects in Indonesia. So we're focusing more on the plastic that has non-economic values to the people. So that's why we provide 2 streams of solutions. First is upstream, where we connect with so many business operators for them to be able to reduce their plastic footprint. And then from the downstream, more about community engagement, from the grassroots, working with so many organizations locally for them to be able to handle the waste from the household perspectives. So we have installed several removal barriers, household collections, and environmental collections to create jobs in the terms of like a formal employment for waste management sectors. And in Bali, we have projects in Bintan, Batam, Thailand, and also in Bali. So in Bali, if you visit our projects in Tanjung Benoa, you can see we have a ship where it's operating in nearshore area. It's called the Otter, offshore tidal trash and extraction rig, which has the capacity of removing 2 tons at maximum capacity per day for organic and unorganic waste. And again, why is it 7 Clean Seas? Because we're not talking about brand campaigns, about a one-shot, I can say, solutions, but it's more about complex approach. Plastic recovery, initiating infrastructure, corporate partnerships, providing impact and reporting, and also education and engagement with the local community. As well as every plastic that we remove from the environment, we are translating that into a plastic credit. So which it has the same mechanism of carbon, but this one is plastic, so you can offset your plastic footprint throughout the plastic credits. So we have that based on verified and then certified. And again, we need to connect. Whenever you do something good, of course, you have to communicate that. So we have, in the sense of strong brand and guest engagement values, which I think is very useful for a hospitality industry. So we're not talking about operational, but we have to make it as an experience for the guests on how you can make a storytelling about the impact that you're doing, of course. And then we're working with, based on the local action, so our projects are based in Southeast Asia, but we're trying to reach by the global standards. And then, of course, the circular and collaborative approach. So far, we have removed 7 million kilograms of plastic, and then we have generated 124 jobs. We're very ambitious about our goals, and we're aiming for more. And how we are doing that? First of all, philanthropy. We get funding to make an infrastructure for recovering plastic from the environment. We help so many companies to do waste consultancy to reduce the plastic from the upstream level, corporate and CSR, which make the engagement, educational training for the internal staff, and then also plastic removal when you can actually remove plastic from your products, products or retail products. And this is basically something that we make. We make a lot of stuff from our plastic, especially one of my favorite is the shopping bags, because you can make a roof tile that we can use as the exchange for the asbestos usage. And how you can support that? First of all, you can help to fund, support, offset, and then later you can just do the storytelling of your impact. And yeah, let's tackle this problem together. Thank you.
Please applause for 7 clean Cs. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's vote and give the score for 7 clean Cs. You can scan the barcode on the screen. Ya, disilahkan melakukan penilaian, ya bisa langsung scan untuk barcode yang terdapat di layar. Untuk itu kepada Ibu Mega, disilahkan untuk sesi tanya jawab.
Hello.
Hello.
I love the way you support the plastic movement here in the country. And you know, like plastic has always been a headache for everyone in a like global problem, right? And also the circularity also very powerful, like impactful as well. You proceed the plastic, and just wondering about how you make sure the plastic after you process that, you will sell to the B2B, right?
We have our own material recovery facility. So every plastic that we remove, we have our own facility for sorting, segregations, and we have our own equipment for making it into something new.
And how you monetize that for the after you processing the plastic, how you monetize that, and percentage of the diverted plastic that after you get the 7.5 million kilograms.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So how we monetize that? So it's not our main income or revenue. Our main revenue are coming from the plastic removal. So company that purchase plastic credits, so they can offset their plastic footprint. But for the circularity, we've been working with so many icon hospitality like ISG, the Bintan Residence, Maison Aureli, and then the Marina Bay Sands for them to be able to purchase the recycled product that we have, like a coaster, tissue box, something that's simple but can be used as a storytelling value. But for the roof tile, I can say that we get a lot of support in the terms of funding. So for a company that want to support the local community, so they support in the terms of funding, and we do the renovations of the people's houses. And it's actually integrated as a part of their plastic solutions initiative. Yeah.
So can you create the project for one company that focusing on the plastics, to supporting the plastic for the full value chain?
Yeah, it could be coming from that, or also coming from basically anyone that have the interest of recovering the plastic and having an ocean that's.
All right, thank you very much. Q&A session is over. So please applause for 7 clean Cs. So please return to your seat. Baik, terima kasih banyak untuk 7 clean Cs. Terima kasih juga untuk hadirin yang sudah voting. So, for our last presenter for this session on Eco Business page, please welcome from WATERHUB. Time is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Leon and I'm the CEO and founder of WATERHUB. WATERHUB is a quota-based sustainable water access for businesses and public spaces. We're here because Indonesia is currently the second largest contributor to plastic waste in the world and also ranking as one of the worst countries when it comes to water, sanitation, and hygiene. Not only that, we also find it ironic to see that Indonesia, as an archipelagic country, does not have equal access to water while being surrounded by water. Right now, the current drinking water cycle in Indonesia relies heavily in bottled water, which needs logistics, packaging, and once consumed by consumers, plastic will then be disposed of for hundreds of years to come. Not only is this bad for the environment, but the long supply chain also results in huge overhead costs for companies, making water prices in Jakarta and Papua very different. Now, WaterHub can process any water sources, like seawater, groundwater, rainwater, into drinkable water directly on site, without needing any logistics, packaging, and even warehousing, where initially you would need one to store your bulky gallons. We also design WaterHub with local context in mind, and we understand that in Indonesia, we have diverse water sources and water quality, and WaterHub can process it all with ease. WaterHub also have a high production capacity, which is suitable for restaurants with high water usage or peak hours at the gym. We have helped our clients be more sustainable, have less waste, and also reduce their initial cost by up to 80% each month. And they can also monitor multiple locations in just one simple dashboard. You can install WaterHub anywhere without upfront cost initially, and also hassle-free, because all maintenance and even machine breakdown will be covered by us. We have our communal machine right here that is suitable for public spaces like gyms, and the outer shell is also made out of recycled material that we collaborated with a local eco startup. Our heavy-duty machine is suitable for, let's say, restaurants, hotels, and villas, and this can actually be connected to anything. You can connect this to your food or beverage production machine, to your restaurant or kitchen faucets, and even to all of your plumbing connections, so you can have drinkable water readily available anytime from the tap. Our clients have been using this to refill their in-house water gallons for their hotel rooms as well. And we also have this machine for bigger scale, which is suitable for remote islands or factories that needs high water usage, because this machine can produce up to 1 million liters per day. And most importantly, you can check and also track your usage, your savings, and your impact from your laptop anywhere. We are now in Jabodetabek, Bandung, Bali, Lombok, and NTT, and has helped our clients be more sustainable, having millions of plastics less every month. And initially, I started WaterHub with an aerospace engineering background. I went to college when I was 15 and was supposed to go to Russia for my scholarship and master's for rocket engineering, but I decided to drop it, because I wanted to implement what I know as an engineer for impact and the benefit for a lot of people. And that's why if Elon Musk wants to go to Mars to find a new home, I always say, you know what, why don't we save Earth that we call home? So please join us, thank you, and make your business more sustainable, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much for WaterHub representation. So ladies and gentlemen, let's vote for the WaterHub. Here for the barcode on the screen. Silahkan untuk melakukan penilaian dari 1 sampai 5 ya. Oke, dan selanjutnya disilahkan untuk sesi tanya jawab oleh Ibu Mega.
Leon.
Hello.
Hi. I'm aware you have a lot of clients in Bali, and it's 5 stars,
Yes.
mostly, right? The same question that I shared to the other, that focusing on the machine, because you have a big capex.
Yes.
How about any minimum requirement for the hotel that want to buy your water?
Yes.
Because you need to, doing projection for
Exactly.
the, calculation for the projection of the deal, and what kind of the requirement first, and you can capture more potential in the small medium hotel in Bali, because a lot of the thousands hotel, and it's all your market here.
Yes.
And other city like NTT, how it goes, and any scale plan for other Bali Baru.
Yes, thank you so much for your question. I think we always do a preliminary check on our clients as well. For our subscription model, we do have a minimum volume charge every month, which is comparing to them buying bottled water is still like 50 to 60 minimum, lesser than the cost that they need to give out when they buy bottled water, so it's still much more cheaper. And about the capex, it is It was our bottleneck in the beginning because we do need to invest in our machines first and then have the revenue recurring from our payments from the clients. But now we already collaborate with a financial institution which they can provide us loans for the contracts or POs that we receive from our clients. So we can produce the machine from that loan and then we provide the machines to our clients. So then we don't have that bottleneck of the CAPEX anymore.
So do you have any plan to sell the machine to the company? Because at the end of the day, maybe they just need the machine.
Exactly. Actually, that model works for villas because for villas, the developers need the machine and they actually resell the property to another person. So having the
All right, thank you very much for WaterHub. Time is over for the Q&A session. Please applause for WaterHub for their presentation. Thank you very much. Baiklah hadirin sekalian, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the presentation of the Eco Business Page. So please applause for our presenter today. Thank you very much for Bring Back the Light. Thank you very much for SHIVA Industries, ECOWAY, PRISTINZ, NOOVOLEUM, SOLPOINT, VESTU, EcoMantra, 7 Cleanses, and also WaterHub. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all the presentation for the Eco Business Page. The presentation proved that sustainability is no longer just an option, but a crucial foundation for a resilient and future-ready tourism industry. So, hari ini kita akan melanjutkan dengan voting untuk most favorite. Ya, disilahkan nanti akan ada barcode di belakang saya. Disilahkan untuk melakukan voting most favorite. Para presenter yang sudah melakukan presentasi atas bisnisnya tadi, ide yang begitu solutif dan juga memberikan insight baru ya kepada bisnis tourism di Indonesia. Dan hadirin sekalian disilahkan untuk melakukan voting selama 4 menit. Jadi nanti akan ada 3 kategori award untuk Eco Business Page. Yang pertama yakni Most Innovative, yang kedua yakni Most Impactful, dan juga Most Favorite. Jadi pastikan bisnis yang Anda dukung masuk ke dalam kategori tersebut. Terima kasih. Baik hadirin sekalian, untuk live vote akan segera ditayangkan di screen di depan Anda. Disilakan untuk memantau ya, untuk bisnis yang Anda dukung. Pastikan sudah masuk nanti ke dalam kategori awards dari Eco Business Page. Baik hadirin, di depan Hadirin, sudah terdapat live vote untuk most favorite eco business pitch the Meru Eco Tourism Week 2026. Disilakan untuk melakukan vote kepada para presenter. Ada Bring Back the Light, SHIVA Industries, ECOWAY. Dan ada juga PRISTINZ, NOOVOLEUM, SOLPOINT, VESTU, dan Eco Mantra. Bisa dilihat siapa yang sudah memimpin the most favorite untuk eco business pitch. Dan nanti kita akan melanjutkan dengan award setelah sesi makan siang. Jadi pastikan bisnis yang menurut Anda solutif dan juga inovatif masuk ke dalam kategori award yang akan diumumkan nanti. Okay, we're gonna close the voting session for Eco Business Pitch. Terima kasih hadirin yang sudah melakukan voting untuk most favorite presenter for the Eco Business Pitch. Dan hadirin sekalian, selanjutnya kita akan melanjutkan ke token of appreciation. Untuk itu kami mengundang dengan hormat Bapak Amnu Fuadi dan juga Ibu Mega untuk dapat ke atas panggung menerima token appreciation yang akan diserahkan langsung oleh Ibu Rahmi dan Ibu Susi selaku co-founder Eco Tourism Bali. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ibu Mega and Bapak Amnu. The token of appreciation will present by co-founder of Eco Tourism Bali, Ibu Rahmi and Ibu Susi. Thank you very much for your contribution for this event. Disilakan untuk menyerahkan the souvenir as appreciation for the contribution. Thank you very much. And Ibu Susi gonna present the souvenir to Bapak Amnu. Terima kasih banyak Bapak atas kontribusinya. And here Ibu Rahmi will present the souvenir to Ibu Mega. Alright. And next we're gonna take a photo session to capture this beautiful moment. Alright. Okay, on my count, 3, 2, 1. One more, 3, 2, 1. All right, applause everyone. Thank you very much for your contribution. Untuk itu disilahkan dapat kembali ke tempat. Please return to your seat.